to a Democracy in Action update, live from the NCC News studios at Syracuse University's Newhouse School. I'm Katie Zolkowski.
And I'm Colleen Callender. We have a team of reporters working throughout Onondaga County. Students from the Newhouse broadcast, magazine, newspaper, and online journalism programs. The polls opened at 6 this morning, and voters have until 9 tonight to cast their ballots.
Let's check in with a member of the Democracy in Action team. India Timpton is live at the Elmcrest Children's Center. India?
I'm here at Elmcrest Children's Center, where hundreds of voters have walked through this very hallway to cast their vote to make sure that the person they want to see is the next mayor. Residents from districts 10, 14, and 18 have been in and out of this polling center hoping their vote will make a difference. At the latest count, 331 people had come here to vote to the center that is open till 9 p.m. There's still time for others to come by. Whether an experienced or first-time voter, the volunteer staff is willing to help you navigate the ballot. One voter is adamant coming to voting is important for each person, individually and for the community.
Voting is important because these people that are whoever's elected is going to affect our everyday life. And the 4 different people have different ideas on what they're going to do. And if you don't vote, you're not part of that decision, you're not part of that process. And you're not impacting your community in the way you can by voting.
If you're looking to make your impact on the community, the voting center is open until 9 p.m. tonight. Reporting live, India Timpton, NCC News.
Now we'll run you through the 4 candidates running for mayor. We'll start with Democrat Juanita Perez-Williams. She wants to create a community for all and hopes to rebuild trust in the community through a police chief that will replace Frank Fowler following his retirement. She also wants to create a 311 program to streamline city calls. Next, we'll take a look at Next, we'll take a look at Republican candidate Laura Levine, the superintendent of Lafayette Schools, former superintendent of Lafayette Schools. With a life's work in education, she hopes to overhaul the city's school district with mayoral control. And then we'll go back and take a look at Green Party candidate Howie Hawkins. He hopes to build a sustainable Syracuse by uplifting the poor and emphasizing affirmative action programs in city employers. Finally, we'll take a look at Ben Walsh. He's running independently and wants to better Syracuse through creating quality jobs for the city and population, enhancing beautification efforts within city neighborhoods. In the most recent polls conducted by Spectrum News, Syracuse.com, and Siena College, Walsh leads Perez-Williams 36% to 34%, while Levine and Hawkins hold 7% and 5% of the vote, respectively. The margin for error in the polls is plus or minus 4.3 percentage points, so the race between Walsh and Perez-Williams is indeed very tight.
There are other races going on besides the mayoral race. Let's take a look at what other positions are up for grabs. Democrat Councilor at Large Helen Hudson is running unopposed for Syracuse Common Council President. Hudson is the current chairwoman on the Public Works Committee and is set to replace current Council President Van Robinson. The Common Council will replace several new members next year, and 4 candidates are competing to fill 2 vacancies as Councilor at Large. Those 4 candidates include Democrats Khaled Bey and Timothy Rudd, Republican Norm Snyder, and Green Party candidate Frank Cetera. Bey currently represents the city's 4th district on the Common Council, and he has held that position since 2012. Rudd graduated from SU and has background in municipal finance. He worked in New York City during Mayor Michael Bloomberg's administration. This is Snyder's 4th time running for a city position. Cetera works for the Onondaga Small Business Development Center at Onondaga Community College. In the district races, Andrea Wandersee is on the Democratic ticket and Joseph Carney is on the Republican ticket for District 1. Wandersee is a graduate of Syracuse University's Maxwell School of Citizenship. According to her website, Wandersee's main priorities include community safety and small business development.
Carney is the only Republican on the council and is running for his 2nd term. Politics is a family business for Carney. His father previously held the same council seat that he now occupies. According to the Onondaga County Board of Elections, of the district's 14,137 registered voters, 46% are Democrats, 21% are Republicans, and 24% are not enrolled in a political party. Democrat Chad Ryan and Green Party Eric Graff are running in the council's 2nd district. Ryan, a longtime resident of the 2nd district, is seeking a 3rd term. This is Graff's first run for public office. The 25-year-old supports proportional representation and hopes to increase the number of councilors who represent the city.
Democrat Susan Boyle is currently the representative in the council's 3rd district. She has served on the council for the past 2 years. She's running unopposed. This past weekend, Boyle officially endorsed Ben Walsh for mayor on Facebook.
And taking a look at the race covering Syracuse South Side, downtown, and parts of the East Side, Democrat Latoya Allen, Green Party candidate Serena Seals, and Independent Quante Wright are running in the council's 4th district. Allen runs a mentoring program for young people called Precious Lily and Brotherhood Foundation. She is currently the Democratic Committee's vice chair in the city's 18th ward. Seals' father, Thomas Seals, was a city police officer and former common councilor for the 4th district from 2003 to 2011. Last year, Seals helped organize Black Lives Matter protests in the wake of his Father's Day shooting on the near West Side. Wright wasn't able to vote during his 20s, and now he'll be able to cast a ballot for himself. He spent 50 months in federal prison and is now running for Syracuse's 4th district seat.
In his first run for office, Democrat Joe Driscoll is running unopposed for the council's 5th district seat. Last year, he volunteered for Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign here in Syracuse.
Some voters are headed out bright and early to cast their votes this morning.
Democracy in Action's Matt St. Jean spoke with some of those voters who want to remind others to utilize their civic duty.
Tim Carroll is a former Democratic chairman of Syracuse. While he's not used to being out in the cold on Election Day, he's braving the elements to support his candidate.
Do something for your community, and I've been working on the campaign for months, and I decided I have been running campaigns for years. I've never been the person on the corner. I've always been the person organizing, and my wife and I live down the street here, and she's up the street. I mean, we both feel very strongly that this is a critical election for our city, and I'm happy to be out here.
On the other side of the street, Jan Arway bounces up and down in favor of Juanita Perez Williams.
I'm excited. It's the day. You have no idea. We've been waiting for this in January, so it's finally the day. So I have that energy. I'm really excited.
One campaigner recalls walking into Juanita Perez Williams' headquarters and he was hot. That's not the case today as we have our first snow. But that doesn't stop him from getting out there and spreading the word. Keith Nystrom feels it's his duty to actively participate in the election by holding his sign, and he urges citizens of Syracuse to get out and exercise their civic right to vote.
If you don't vote, it's kind of like a form of freeloading, where you're just kind of you're taking advantage of everybody else voting, but if you don't vote, you're kind of like being a freeloader.
Despite the extremely tight election, sharing the street corner doesn't raise any animosity amongst the campaigners.
I think we all respect the fact that we're all passionate about our city and we're willing to step outside and work for it.
We're glad you're watching us here on the DIA website, but we want to make sure you know about a special feature you might find useful. If you just scroll down on the website past all of the articles that we have posted, you'll see a map. And this map has all of our reporting locations where we have reporters all throughout Onondaga County. If you just click one of the check marks here, like the Pompey Hill Fire Department, click on the link and it will take you to stories that our reporters have written, recorded, broadcast for you. And you can do that all over the map right on our website. Back to you, Katie.
And that's the latest from our Democracy in Action team. Our next live studio update is at 6 p.m. But until then, you can find more election coverage on our website, dia-cny.syr.edu. A reminder, the polls are open until 9 p.m. I'm Katie Zolkowski. Thanks for watching.